Hello everyone, you're watching In Case You Missed It, and this is what happened in round 15, and I'm happy to say footy is alive and well. An absolutely cracking round we witnessed, with 6 out of 9 games decided by 4 goals or less, Thursday and Friday night, providing thrilling contests, and that trend continued well into the weekend, so much so it prompted Collingwood coach Nathan Buckley to tweet this. Look at those rule changes. Wait, what? Nice from you, Bucks. Very clever indeed, and that certainly echoes the sentiments of many players on social media. And what a brilliant Sunday of footy we had. All eyes were on the MCG as the Saints shocked the Demons, hanging on by 2 points in a thriller. The loss, their third in a row for the D's, and it puts them under the pump. The Demons kicked the first 3 goals of the game, but the Saints had other ideas. Jake Carlisle was sublime in defence, shutting down informed D Tom McDonald, while Jade Gresham and Tim Membry put on a show with 4 goals apiece at the other end. Now, the Saints led by 20 points, but a late flurry from the Demons had hearts in mouths. Jack Steele took his eye off the ball briefly as Jordan Lewis cut the margin to 2 points with 30 seconds remaining.
Home the Baker's got it. He's got it. Is it short? He might have crept it in.
But they ran out of time, the Demons' once promising season in danger of falling apart.
We are still building ourselves into the team that we want to become, and we always said that there will still be little bumps along the way. You know, we've lost 3 in a row. We need to start playing better. We need to start getting back into form. Doesn't matter who we play against. And I'm really confident that as a playing group and a club, we'll be able to do that. We'd love to play finals, but you know, as I've said all along, we can only look what's right in front of us. And at the moment, we need to fix a few little things in our game.
A fairly optimistic Simon Goodwin there, although I'm not sure all D's fans feel the same way. Now, if one Sunday special wasn't enough, the Bombers and Roos put on a belter down the road at Etihad Stadium. The highest scoring first half since 2009 was a pleasure for the purists. Free-flowing footy at its best, typified by this Waller to Merritt combination. Essendon burst clear in the third term, holding on to the lead from there. Fantasia and McKernan starring in attack, booting 4 goals apiece. Now, cool as a cucumber, Jake Stringer even finding a little bit of leisure time in the heat of the battle.
It's going to take all the time. Why wouldn't you?
Very smart.
Game, if it's not already a certainty, he'll take every second of it.
There he can get pinged for wasting time.
Very cheeky stuff there indeed from Jake Stringer. All right, moving on to Collingwood now, and it's been a massive 24 hours. The Pies securing the signature of in-demand midfielder Jordan De Goey on Sunday as the club catapulted into second place on the ladder with a comfortable 39-point win over Gold Coast on Saturday night. Now, there was a touch of Hollywood in the crowd. A-lister Matt Damon enjoying a taste of Australia and donning the Sun scarf. First gamer Will Powell did his best to entertain, but it was Collingwood providing most of the Hollywood moments for the born star, as a natural-born footy star, Jaden Stevenson, continued his remarkable debut season.
Opportunity, he goes for Stevenson to add one more. Jaden's got another one. Exciting footy from the Pies.
Nathan Buckley's side has now won 6 games in a row. The victory made even sweeter with the re-signing of De Goey on a 2-year deal.
Pretty tough time there when you're getting offers from other clubs and stuff like that, but overall I'm really happy with the result, and love the club, love the boys, so I'm really happy to be staying. In the end, it wasn't really that hard to make the decision that I wanted to stay. It was just about getting it all worked out, and in the end we got that done, and I'm happy to just be focusing on footy now.
The love for Collingwood starlet Stevenson doesn't end on the ground either. Ruckman Brodie Grundy taking to Twitter to offer his 2 cents on who should win the NAB Rising Star Award this season after the game. Sun's out, guns out, boys. Impressive work there from the dynamic duo. Although they have nothing on Seymour's Jason Cole. How about this for a game? 61 possessions, that's right, 61, and a lazy 6 goals, if you don't mind, in an upset victory in the Goulburn Valley League. Speaking of leather poisoning, Hawks ball magnet Tom Mitchell racked up 50 touches against the Giants. It was the 7th time this season Mitchell has registered 40 or more disposals in a game, but it wasn't enough to get his side over the line. The Hawks lost premiership forward Jack Gunston before the first bounce, the Giants jumping Hawthorn early. Alistair Clarkson's men fought back but just lacked polish, and with a total of 56 free kicks paid in the whole game, frustration boiled over for a couple of Hawks, Ben Stratton taking a cheeky swipe at star Tiger Alex Rance.
Sam, take him away. Time that guy.
That's almost a Rancy dive. It's a Rancy dive.
Never saw it.
Callan Ward was outstanding for the Giants with 32 disposals and 2 goals. John Patton, though, struggled in front of goal all night, but when it came to the crunch, he got the job done, keeping the Giants' season alive.
Here's his moment. Does he deliver? Oh, the General does it in the biggest possible way.
You want to be in the press for the right reasons. Obviously, we weren't. You know, we lost a player through suspension. Our guys, you know, went about their business, trained really well. I thought our first half, other than the scoreboard, was probably some of the best footy we've played all year.
GWS have now won 4 games on the trot. Now, over at Optus Stadium on Sunday, the Brisbane Lions staged a big upset, beating Fremantle by 55 points. The loss for the Dockers, though, made even worse, with superstar Nat finishing the game on the bench. The Lions flew out of the blocks, young gun Cam Rayner showing his wares early, and then disaster struck the Dockers in the second term, the skipper limping off with a hamstring injury.
A developing story here at Optus Stadium. Yeah, there you go, you can see.
Yeah, it's his right hamstring, so he's had work on it a couple of times here in this quarter and the first, so that is definitely a right hamstring. He's out.
Rayner channeling Dusty Martin as the Lions charged home for their second win of the season.
It's Cam Rayner. It's with the little don't argue as he sends it forward. Christensen waiting front and centre. Little shimmy and a shake there from Dane Zorko, who pulls the tricks out of the bag and kicks a great goal.
Brilliant stuff there from the Lions. Well, speaking of Dusty Martin, let's talk Tigers now. And Richmond's forward fleet caused Sydney all sorts of headaches on Thursday night. It was the aerial assault from Jack Riewoldt that truly destroyed any hope the Swans had. The Tigers' spearhead was seeing the Sherrin like a beach ball, plucking a career-high 16 marks in what was a performance to remember.
And they're so difficult to stop, and here's Riewoldt again, can you believe it? 16th mark for the night.
The game itself was one to remember too, with the Tigers winning the top-of-the-table clash by 26 points. From hot to cold, and it would have been hard to imagine only 3 weeks ago, but the winter freeze has taken hold of the high-flying Eagles. Consecutive losses to the Swans, Bombers and Crows raises question marks around their premiership chances without forwards Josh Kennedy, Jack Darling and Mark Lacroix. Coach Adam Simpson says he won't sugarcoat a sour fade-out.
What you saw is what you got. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but at the same time, we've got to fix it as quick as we can, because it's happened a few weeks in a row now.
Not happy, Simo. The Eagles' smashing was largely at the hands of a fired-up Tex Walker. West Coast were clearly quite relaxed at half-time, flying Ryan all fun and games in the rooms, and when they kicked this goal, it looked like game, lie, set and match. The Adelaide captain returned serve, though, picking his side up on his broad shoulders after a tough few weeks to claim a gutsy 10-point victory.
4 consecutive losses and a lot of pain. It disappears for the moment as the Adelaide Crows remember what it's like to win. That sweet seat sound.
From one of the great wins of the round to the play of the round. And with Collingwood great Peter Dacos in attendance, Josh Thomas took a leaf out of the Macedonia Marvels book on the boundary. The superb individual effort worthy of a Goal of the Year nomination.
Thomas kept his feet. Oh, can he kick it from the boundary line? Josh Thomas with a miracle goal.
He's unbelievable.
cat-like reflexes there from Thomas. What a goal. Now, it was a Simo celebration at the MCG on Saturday afternoon. Carlton stalwart Cade Simpson joining the 300 club, and his teammates appeared to be inspired by the occasion, serving it up to top 4 hopefuls Port Adelaide. With past legends watching on in the stands, a potential legend of the future continued his exciting form to keep the Blues in the game. A romantic upset looked increasingly likely after a goalless third term by the Power until their stars flicked the switch.
Got both paws on it. Thomas through the traffic. Modlop. It has to be Modlop. Another Stevie Wonder.
Brendan Bolton certainly not a happy man there, and there were more elevated heart rates as the Dogs and Cats played out another epic match in a super round of footy on Friday night. Inventive goals to Ed Richards and Billy Gowers had the Bulldogs in the box seat late in the match. Gowers' Jackie Chan-style strike drawing comparisons to Daniel Wells's fly-kicking brilliance at Subiaco back in 2004. However, the nightmares of last week's late loss to the Kangaroos nearly resurfaced when Harry Taylor had the opportunity to win the game after the siren.
Look at the Dogs on the mark! Look at them! The whole team! And he's missed! He's missed! How can they have so many on the mark?
And the relief there from Bevo. What a game that was. Heartbreak, though, for Harry Taylor. To the ladder now, and the Tigers and Pies occupy the top 2 spots on the ladder for the first time since 1977. The Giants move back into the 8, while the D's and Cats have slid down the order. Essendon is still in the hunt for a finals berth. The Lions moving again clear now of the dreaded wooden spoon, leaving the Blues on the bottom. And that's another episode of In Case You Missed It, done and dusted. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.